but a lot of finesse type pitches.
Odorizzi's been better too recently.
Odorizzi, we miss him. It looks like.
Oh, that's
Good.
Yeah, Gibson is the final pitcher up against Porcello that series.
He's had a good year.
Pitching very well right now to a 2.29 ERA in his last three, and I think his season. Yeah, he's 3.27 on the season. Yeah,
I think what's more impressive than that is the batting average is 205 against him. So
oh wow, okay.
They're not hitting much in. Barrero's 211 as well. So those two guys, tough to get hits off them. Odorizzi and Lynn 262 to 253. So hitting more against them, and their whips are a little higher. But yeah, Gibson and Barreros, that'll be a tough series, but I think it'll be similar to the Atlanta series where we're gonna get to these guys, and I think we're gonna play well at home. I think we're gonna play well at their home because Xander Bogaerts. I brought this up last time on the podcast. He's crushed it in Minnesota in his career, and I forgot to go find his numbers at Minnesota, but I know they're really good. Just take my word for it. Quote
I
me
got
on it.
One guy to watch who's been killing it in the last week or so is Eddie Rosario. So,
Killer.
yeah. So look out for him.
Yeah, he had that 3 home run night or whatever.
Yeah, with the walk-off.
Yeah.
How cool would it be to kind of come out of Minnesota with Brian Dozier on our roster?
I was thinking about that earlier, like when we were talking about getting a bat. I was like, how hard would it be to pry Dozier from Minnesota?
Yeah.
Hard. Very hard, considering what they're
Extremely hard.
I think
for.
Castro would be a easier target.
I think
Yeah.
so. Someone that will hit 280, 300 for you as well and
Right.
play decent second base, I guess.
Yeah. And then you could just slot Holt into probably center, actually. You know,
He's just your platoon guy again. He's when Castro
Yeah,
wants to
where he
off,
should be.
Or when JBJ needs a day off or Mookie needs a day off, something like that.
yeah.
And I think that'd be, like you said, Austin, exactly where it should be. And durability is an issue, but he's doing well this year, and they're not playing him every day. So
Does anybody hate Benny playing center?
No,
I don't like his arm, but I have a lot of confidence in his ability to, track the ball and whatnot.
I wouldn't have a problem with it. It's
I
hard
mean,
for me to find negatives with him.
if JBJ was gonna get traded or whatever, I would almost probably put Mookie in center, to be honest with you, just because he does have a good arm, and a lot of people would throw.
I like Benny's arm. I mean, Benny's more comfortable in center. He was a center fielder in college and growing up, and I think he's great in center field. I think JBJ is amazing in center, and I think that Benintendi's missed a couple balls and misplayed a couple balls that JBJ doesn't this year. I remember there was a couple times diving straight in that he just didn't get to the ball. JBJ definitely gets to, and there was one that kind of in the mini triangle and left to center field. He kind of jumped up on the wall and misplayed a ball or two there. So
he makes some goofy errors too, though. Where but that
He also gets charged with some goofy errors too. That aren't actually his
go by
fault.
the actual error stat. I mean, just the eyeball, like watching the games.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a borderline elite outfielder, so I mean, there's no real panic there. I would just he would need a cutoff man in center if he had to throw to home, whereas Bradley can throw a line drive from deep, center. So, but it's not a bad problem to have, and we're gonna have him and Mookie for at least the next 3 years, and probably Benintendi, beyond that, at least a couple more years anyway. So, one last question though, and then we'll definitely wrap. David Price, interestingly enough, is going to pitch. Hang on. He is going to pitch, I believe, the Saturday game against the Yankees.
Hooray!
So, and that's on national TV. Maybe it's the Sunday one. And I know, I'm positive it's a nationally televised game. So that's going to be the most critical start of his season, really, and it's in New York.
3 seasons.
It's in New York, so it's literally his haunted house that he's pitching in, and So that's going to tell us a lot, I think. If he goes out there and lays an egg, I'm going to be the least comfortable guy looking at October thinking, see, you know, start him in a big game and look what happens. So it's just something to keep an eye on. And, yeah, we have, maybe it is the Sunday game because I think he pitches against the Angels. So,
you know what? At this point, I have all the faith in the world in him. He's given me no reason not to.
Right. I mean, that's a great way to look at it. But I mean, what I'm saying is the narrative could suddenly change, you know, throughout the fan base as well. So, and I mean, as of right now, I mean, I think he should pitch a good game. I'm not saying I'd put him in my DraftKings lineup, but yeah.
So. There's no reason for him not to pitch a good game right now. Just like there's no reason for Erod not to roll out there and pitch, you know, 5 2/3 under 2 or 3 runs every single time.
Right. I'm to be specific. I'm just talking about that one Yankees start. But
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. If he goes out and gives up just 2 or 3 runs, regardless of whether it's a win or not, you're gonna find a lot of people really laying off of him after that. Like the hardcore ones. And I think I've been quiet lately. You know,
yeah.
I did make a snide remark after, you know, he came out of the game that he's still an asshole, but I held it to just that, and I didn't say shit for the rest of the week.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. Like, we're going strong.
I hated, if you guys were friends with me on Twitter, that first season with Porcello, like, you never would have swore I was going to hate him for life, you know, with all the shit. And I think part of it was I was just mad at Sherrington too, you know, for you know, putting so many eggs into Porcello's basket that season and thinking it was going to work. But no. I will come around on him. I don't think I'm ever going to buy a Price jersey, but, you know, I'll eventually lay off, you know, once he, you know, really gives me a reason to. So
my dumbass already got mine.
Yeah, yeah. You guys forgive.
You got Price,
locked in.
Yeah. So
also, I found a few stats for Bogaerts against the Twins.
He murders them, I heard.
Yep. Against Gibson, he's batting .333 in 9 at-bats. Against Lynn, he's actually 0 for 5, which is odd. Against Odorizzi, he's batting .346 in 26 at-bats.
That's got to be a big sample size, too.
Yeah, that's a big size. Pineda, he's batting .296, 27 at-bats. So against Duffy, he's batting 1,000. He's 3 for 3 with a home. So he's crushed the Twins in his career, and I expect him to have another big. If anyone's looking for a DraftKings, you know, this is now a gamble.
There you go. There's your man.
Pick up Xander Bogaerts this upcoming series.
Yeah, he's definitely had a good last week or so anyway, so that is good to see. All right, well, I guess we'll wrap up on that. I'm afraid to look. Let's see.
That's smooth.
Hour and 38. That's like the new normal. So, anyway, yeah, we'll just wrap on that. But, yeah, so we'll be back on Thursday, I believe. Yeah, tomorrow's an off day, right? Oh, I didn't get to bitch about Cora arresting people. Oh well, I got all season for that.
I'll wrap it up for you. He didn't really bench anybody, and it's okay to bench people, and we're still winning games with them, and they're not the reason. And Cora's okay, and you need to relax.
But
so there you go.
I was an upset kid whenever Benny got sat, and then David calmed me down.
I did calm you down, and I told you.
Don't listen to him, Austin. Benching Benny is not okay. It is not okay. And we could have won that night. And they have an off day this Monday. They have an off day next Monday. Nobody should be having any off days for the rest of the month, for crying out loud. And we might be tied for the lead today, thanks to the Rays beating the Yankees, but we're not the 2017 Houston Astros. We don't have a 12-game lead right now. So that's hard for me to see these guys not in the lineup. I'd like to see our best lineup intact at least 4 games out of the week, but it just doesn't work. And I heard Dave O'Brien say that the only reason Mookie was in the lineup today was because tomorrow is an off day. I'm like, come on, man. He just had like a fucking 3-week vacation.
Can we just put a sock in Dave's mouth?
No, absolutely not, because this is why. Just like I told you, Austin, it was a bad matchup for Benny, and he can come pitch hit, and he did pinch hit. So Cora's not afraid to put his guys back into the game when he needs to. So that kind of solves the lineup issue. And Mookie was going to have multiple days off during the course of this 4-game set, but he went to Cora and said, I feel great. And Cora said, okay, and played him. So not only is the manager relationship doing well, but Mookie, who, Terry thought that was sitting games so he could get paid $500 million, is coming out and saying, I'm feeling great. So the lineup is no issue. Resting players here or there is no issue. And just like today, the Yankees blew a game at home against the Rays, who stink in New York. So you never know what's going to happen.
Today was a bullpen day, too, for the Rays.
It was.
But I'm not gonna let this rest though. I mean, if this will become a story in the second half if we don't win the division, like he's gonna face some serious scrutiny for being conservative, with his lineup, I feel like. But we'll see. We'll have all season to debate that anyway, but
we will. All right, let's wrap this up then.
Yeah, all right, guys. Have a good night.
Smooth, Dave.
Talk to you guys later.
Well, I guess we did discuss the core thing. I really thought we were going to wrap a few minutes ago, but yeah, we got in there. Two out of three, I would say. I think we all agreed that as long as we keep winning these series, that's all that matters. So I'm not going to sweat the Twins matchups, but admittedly, we are catching their rotation at probably the worst time because they are pitching fairly well. But Miguel Sano was sent down, so that that definitely plays to our favor. Not that he was hitting well, obviously, because he did get sent down, but. Yeah, so anyway, I guess we'll wrap on that. I hope you enjoyed it. These things have a tendency to keep getting kind of long, so hopefully you guys are sticking with us or, breaking it up, throughout the week during your commutes. But I hope you enjoy it because we certainly enjoy recording these. So everybody have a good start to your week.
I'm a member of a Red Sox nation. It's a kind of a family. Wherever I roam, a Fenway home, that's where I long to be. I'm a member of a Red Sox nation. It's a kind of insanity. Yeah, I live and die with Red Sox pride for eternity. I fake a smile November until opening day. Suffering baseball withdrawal around the clock. When April comes, hey, meet me down on Yawkey Way. That's when Red Sox Nation starts to rock. I'm a member of a Red Sox nation. It's a kind of a family. Wherever I roam, a Fenway home, that's where I long to be. I'm a member of a Red Sox nation. It's a kind of insanity. Yeah, I live and die with Red Sox pride for eternity.